Most softball players that come to me have great skills. They can throw, they can catch, they can pitch, they can swing a bat. But what a lot of them lack is the ability to move. Once they hit the ball, they don't have the speed to get down to first base without getting thrown out. Or once they're in the field, they can catch a ball all day long, but they don't have the speed or the quickness to actually get there and actually make the fielding play. So what we offer here at our program for softball players is the ability to put their skills into play, to put themselves into a position to make an impact on the field.
I'm a pitching instructor for girls fast pitch softball with TPM Fast Pitch. I'm a co-owner. One of the first things that I look for when I get a student in here is her balance and coordination and strength in her lower half of her body and her core. And the girls that are training with Hammersmith are building up that strength in the lower half of their body and learning their balance and coordination. And then that directly reflects when we're working on our pitching.
Core strength is extremely important. Lower body strength is critical in developing quicker bat speed, more stability, more power overall behind your swing.
One of the best things that I have noticed about Hammersmith is that they always are coming over and paying attention to us when we're in our instruction, and that allows us to have a great partnership together where they are observing the things that we're working on in our training, and then we have conversations about how their harnesses and different explosive drills can directly impact whatever specific topic we're working on.
All right, so we're going to work on the hip drive part, we're going to work on the arm drive, and then once we get done, we're going to put it all together. Your hips are driving, your arms driving, boom, now you're really firing. So our program is going to be designed to accentuate what they do at their skill standpoint and make them better and more explosive, more powerful at those movements. One very specific drill I like to show and like to talk about is with catchers. A lot of times what happens is the catchers will make a block and then they can't get from their knees back to their feet to make the throw. So what we do is we add a little bit of overspeed to that. So I add a harness and a cord to the catcher's back, have them go into a block, and then I assist them with the overspeed motion up into the pop for the throw down to second. So you can see it with the catcher as she pops her knees and then I pop her right back up. It's a great drill to work on speed and to work on that explosiveness from the knees back to the throwing position.
Well, the resistance harness, it can work both sides of the game. Defensively, I can work on bunt coverage, I can work on my pop times, every part of my catching. So, and then offensively, I can use it for hip drive, I can use it for back leg drive, working on opening my front hip, just really getting into the ball.
I really have a high confidence level in Tripp being able to train Abby accurately, because the first thing he did when we came in was did an assessment of her strengths and spent a lot of time with both of us really taking a look at her makeup, which is every person is unique, and she had an injury that she was trying to recover from, and so I really had a lot of confidence in the time that he spent with us that he was going to be able to kind of pinpoint some of the areas where she needed specific development. So it felt very customized when we came in and talked to Tripp.
Every softball player wants to be a better hitter, and the secret to being a good hitter is in the hips. It's not in the hands, it's not in the bat, it's in the hips and the ability for the hips to rotate the body, therefore swinging the bat. And we've got a pretty good hitting program we've developed that can really help the hips become more powerful, more explosive, giving the athlete more power at the bat, but also giving them more time to react to the ball.
I don't think that there's a week that goes by where I don't put my athletes, maybe not all of them, but a few of them onto the hitting harness. It's a critical component to my instruction, and it's definitely beneficial.
Probably the most important component of softball is reaction. Whether you're at the plate swinging a bat, you got to react to the pitch. Whether you're in the field making a play on the ball, you've got to react to that hit ball. Or whether you're on the base path, running bases, being able to steal and reacting off the pitcher. So reaction is a super important component of softball. So we like to work a lot of reaction drills. One of the specific ones we do is we'll have them on the base and then simulate a pitch and have them react whether they're going to go or stay at the base. With catchers, as well, I'll throw a ball and have them work on their block, their catch, and then their throw down to second. Both these are really good reaction drills, one from a base running standpoint, the other from a fielding standpoint.
I think that Tripp does a really good job of doing an analysis of each athlete that comes in there, specifically on the girls, and checking to see where their strengths and weaknesses are before he puts them into a program. And so the weight room is really crucial for the injury prevention part of it. Those girls need to be training to be able to keep their upper body strength up, to minimize the wear and tear that happens on the body. We need to make sure that we're creating the stabilization in the upper body for that.
When you partner the individual private training with speed and agility and strength training, you're really building the full athlete, and a big part of that is self-confidence. For them to be able to complete the workout and feel themselves starting to get better and better at the actual workout, that in itself is building self-confidence as far as, I can do this, I'm getting better at this, I'm seeing results. It's the same type of thing that happens in the cages or in the pitching lanes. You know, when you're working towards something, you're building self-confidence, and that's very important, especially for our female athletes and our young female athletes, is instilling that self-confidence in them.
If you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced softball player, our custom programs are designed to help you increase speed, power, and overall on-field performance. Come check us out at Hammersmith Sports.